So in the past few years, new evidence has come to light that shows that humans have been occupying North America for far longer than we once thought. So by now in 2023, we know that the Clovis culture was not the first to inhabit North America, as multiple different archaeological sites have revealed evidence to us that shows other cultures were there long before the Clovis culture even emerged. My name is Kaylee, and in this video, I'm going to tell you all about the latest discovery of human occupation made in Oregon, dating back to more than 18,000 years ago. So first, let's take a look at where this latest discovery has been made. In the east of the state of Oregon is Rockshelter known as Rimrock Rockshelter. This is a Paleo-Indian open-air site, which means that the early inhabitants of this site took advantage of the protection that's offered by a shallow overhang in an otherwise open landscape. This overhang protected them from rain, wind, and sun when needed. Archaeological evidence at this site started all the way back in 2011 under a partnership with the Bureau of Land Management. The initial excavations revealed stone tools from the Paleo-Indian period dating back to between 15,000 to 7,000 BCE, although the geology of the site suggested older sediment layers dating further back. But the latest discovery of stone tools, teeth of an extinct camel, and bison show that humans have been occupying this landscape at least 18,250 years. So this latest discovery has not been published yet in a peer-reviewed study, but it does appear to show evidence of occupation thousands of years older than any other archaeological site in Oregon. However, this is not the oldest date for human occupation in the Americas. I've actually covered the current oldest archaeological site in America in a video on my channel in the past. I can put that video as a card in the upper right corner, and you can check it out if you haven't seen it yet. I've also discovered fossilized footprints in Utah, and of course, the fossilized footprints at White Sands, New Mexico that are currently the oldest human footprints ever found in the Americas. So the archaeologists expected to find bones and artifacts dating from the Paleo-Indian period here at the Rimrock Rockshelter. But they did not expect to find a stone tool covered in dried up bison blood. This particular stone tool was found under a layer of volcanic sediment from the eruption of Mount St. Helens 15,400 years ago. This stone tool reveals that humans were hunting and butchering Ice Age animals in the Pacific Northwest much earlier than was previously assumed. So the stone tool was made from a fine-grained orange agate and is unmistakably crafted by humans. So the camel tooth that they discovered was dated twice at least. Once in 2018, and while the results show an extremely old date, the team knew that they needed more proof. So they decided to date the enamel on the tooth again, and the results were received last February of this year and revealed a date of 18,250 years ago. Archaeologists have been studying how and when people migrated to the Americas for a very long time, mostly because it was believed that humans couldn't have made their way to the continent before the Bering Land Bridge, which, occurred some 13,000 years ago. But genetic and archaeological evidence have been pushing that date much further back, although these dates all spur controversy. The oldest direct evidence of humans in Oregon comes from the Paisley Caves. Researchers at this site discovered coprolites, which is fossilized poop, for those who didn't know. And they found that these coprolites came from humans and dated them back to 14,200 years ago. And then of course we have the footprints at White Sands in New Mexico that I have covered on my channel. If you haven't seen it, click the card in the upper right corner. They date back to at least 23,000 years ago and are possibly even older. And then we have Brazil, where archaeologists discovered sloth bones that were modified by humans dating back to 27,000 years ago. The evidence of these discoveries happened well before the peak of the Ice Age, which occurred around 20,000 years ago. However, there are many archaeologists that find these discoveries and their evidence to be circumstantial. They want to see directly dated skeletons or genetics to confirm these dates in order for them to believe it. So the team at Rimrock Rockshelter took samples from the camel tooth as well as the bison tooth, and they carbon dated these earlier in the year. All of the dating results agreed with their findings. They date back to 18,250 years ago. So this is evidence of Rimrock Rockshelter having been occupied by humans 18,250 years ago, because the stone tool they discovered was found underneath one of the tooth, making this the oldest archaeological site with evidence of human occupation in Oregon. But as you can imagine, there are archaeologists that weren't a part of the team excavating and researching at the site that are skeptical. Who would have thunk? They do understand that archaeologists revealing dates further back than 12,000 years ago are extremely careful due to the pushback that they will receive when announcing such an old date. Yeah, at least they understand that point. But they do remain skeptical. So Thomas Stafford, a geoscientist and founder of Stafford Research Laboratories, was involved in the research at Rimrock Rockshelter, and he told Life Science that the enamel on the teeth was easy to carbon-14 date. While fossils discovered in limestone are actually quite difficult to date due to the limestone being able to throw off the carbon dating, making it seem much older or much younger, this was not the case here at Rimrock Draw. So the teeth and the stone tool were found in basalt, not limestone, and Stafford was able to rule out additional contamination because of the volcanic ash that protected the camel and bison remains, because it was covered. Stafford repeated the radiocarbon dating over the span of 5 years and over different parts of the enamel. This confirmed his findings. He was able to conclude that the ages measured on the camel and bison enamel were accurate and not affected by foreign carbonates younger or older than the teeth, so the date of 18,250 years ago stands. The team researching at the Rimrock Rockshelter are confident that other potentially older archaeological sites will be discovered in North America. People did not just fall out of the sky one day, they would have had been all over the land, and the evidence for this is most likely buried much deeper than archaeologists in the past had thought. It might be that current known sites dating back to the Clovis culture and further back need to be re-excavated and researched. Who knows if they will find older dates, showing more compelling evidence that humans have been occupying North America for much longer than was long believed. I'm excited for the future, and I can't wait to see more discoveries of ancient occupation sites and evidence of humans in North America. So what do you think of this latest discovery? Let me know in the comments down below. If you enjoyed watching, then don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe if you'd like to see more kinds of these videos, and click that bell icon if you want to be notified whenever I upload. If you haven't seen my previous videos yet, then click the card in the upper right corner, or click one of the links in the description down below, or click a video in the end card. I would like to say a massive thank you to all my patrons. Thank you so much for supporting me. It means the world to me. And yeah, I'm back from Scotland and my boyfriend will be home in a day or two, and life will go back to normal. Because last 2 weeks I was alone because he was away for work, and I kind of hate that. But yeah, I'll see you in the next video, guys. Bye.